A Worldview from London with Adam Gilchrist.
But let's start in Germany. A doppelganger murder, a strange yet disturbing crime in Germany.
Yeah, something out of Kafka, or as I recall, there was a Nabokov book along these lines. But what this is in real life is German police finding a blood-soaked body sat in a Mercedes in Ingolstadt last August, the face disfigured by 50 knife cuts. It was a bloody scene. Now, several months on, a motive may have come to light. So at this stage, nothing proven, but still, a woman has been accused of seeking out a lookalike of herself on social media and then murdering her in order to fake her own death. So according to German officials, Sharaban K, they always refer to people by initials in German court procedures, Sharaban K, a beautician of Iraqi descent from Munich, used an alias. She was searching for women who resembled her closely. She was looking online and then killed one of them in order to go into hiding. She'd been in dispute with her family and wanted to disappear. I mean, it must have been some hell of a dispute to want to disappear. Anyway, and another woman, a suspected female accomplice, is also in custody. So this has been dubbed the doppelganger murder. It's about as cold and callous as it gets, essentially to murder and disfigure a stranger to make it look like you were the victim. That's certainly the motive they're working on at the moment. And yeah, fact is stranger than fiction in this case.
It is, I would guess, quite jarring if you were to meet someone who maybe other people say look like you, because of course we see each other through a different filter when we look at each other in a selfie screen or a mirror. Gruesome and horrific nonetheless. But have you ever bumped into a Adam doppelganger? There are plenty of what we call Lester likes here in Cape Town.
Do you know, I don't think I have. I mean, there's a guy with the same name as me, but he doesn't look anything like. I think I'm probably more like Joey in Friends. I think I'm looking for my hand double. Let's doing the full double, I don't think will work.
I always get stopped and asked, when's your next gig? Because apparently I look like a jazz bassist in Cape Town. So
how cool is that?
Lester Kiewit on Cape Town. When's your next gig? When you playing again? Like, okay.
Take up the bass, it would be easier.
And then let's move to Iran, where there's been arrests, not for protesting, not for uttering anti-regime slogans, but arrested for dancing.
Yes, an Iranian couple in their 20s have both got jail terms totaling 10 years. So it's arrest, charge, and then guilty verdict. I mean, very, very quickly. 10 years in jail between them after posting a video of themselves dancing in the street. So there we see them, and the video, you can see it's online, it's all over the place. They are dancing by this so-called Freedom Tower in Tehran, the Azadi Tower. Freedom? Okay. I mean, nothing racy. It's not like, you know, hey, this is ballroom style, a bit of swaying, a bit of twirling. He lifts her up, that kind of dancing. They were found guilty of promoting corruption, propaganda, and prostitution. Authorities are, we know, handing heavy sentences to people who are involved in the protests or have anti-regime slogans or whatever. Remember the death of Mahsa Amini, who was detained by morality police, and the protests that have followed since. And there's been this harsh crackdown. But the couple did not link their dance to the ongoing protests. They were simply dancing. I mean, from the outside, you look at it and go, wow, this is Footloose meets 1984 and Big Brother. I mean, it is just extraordinary and awful for them.
You know the saying, dance like no one's watching you? They should change it. Dance as if you're being chased by Iranian police. I have a confession, Adam Gilchrist, and please, I hope this doesn't diminish my cool points, but it will. I was a big Spice Girls fan. Because I'm a child of the 90s. Yes, Sabra, I was a big Spice Girls fan. I was in late primary, early middle school. I had plenty of also girlfriends in our circles. I was very much affected by the boy and the girl band craze of the mid to late 90s. And so therefore I'm very excited that there could be a Spice Girls reunion.
I know. I can hear your voice going up. How excited are you?
I can see the disgust in your face.
No, no, not at all. I mean, it's a bit like ABBA. ABBA were really naff at one stage, but everyone loves ABBA now. In fact, I don't think you can afford not to love ABBA now. And I guess the same could happen with the Spice Girls as well. Absolutely. That, 25 years on, and it's what, 11 years now since they last performed. They were at the London Olympics. They reformed briefly to stand on the top of buses. Were they on the top of buses or taxis? Whatever they were on the top of. So a Spice Girl reunion is in the air, potentially. Viva forever, because yes, even Posh and Ginger, along with Baby, Sporty and Scary, may be lured back to perform by King Charles and his coronation, that they could reunite for the big gig on, well, his coronation is May the 6th. I believe the concert is May the 7th. So back for that Sunday in May. They famously, of course, the Spice Girls, got very friendly with the then Prince Charles and indeed Nelson Mandela, both of them in a very touchy-feely way. I don't know who enjoyed it more, Prince Charles or Nelson Mandela at the time, but they may well, therefore, take shape for another spicy interlude. There are lots of rumors going around that, yeah, they will turn up by royal appointment with a bit of zig-a-zig and it's okay, your cool's not blown, because you had to have a music base before you turned to your jazz bass, after all. So that's fair enough.
This is becoming too much. Dig there, Spice Girls reference, and it's the only reason why I want to be in London for King Charles's coronation.
I know
Adam
what you
Gilchrist,
want, what you really, really want. Yes.
looking forward to tomorrow with the worldview with Adam Gilchrist. Stay well, sir.